We did
We
it!
did it!
Boom goes the dynamite. I'm gonna say the mean thing again because that's gonna be the start. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be mean today, dude.
I mean, you mean meaner?
Oh, am I normally mean?
I mean, you have a baseline. Let's just say.
I'm gonna be meaner today.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
fair. That's fair.
Welcome to Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. I'm sitting here with Mathew Barnaby. My name's Handsome Nick Hanlon. Make sure you like and subscribe so, again, you can hear how wrestling should be talked about. I always forget to mention spoilers because I don't care. If you're watching a rundown of a show and you haven't seen the show yet, you're an idiot. And also, if you disagree with me, you're for sure wrong. Matt, how's it going?
It's going well, and the fact that I tend to be wrong a lot, according to your logic.
Well, if you
But
disagree
other
with
than
me,
that,
yeah.
I'm doing very well.
We tied it a couple last week, which means you were
We
right some
did
of the time.
some of the time.
I mean, your synopsis of what you were saying compared to mine was wrong, but it's still the same pick, so I'll give it to you.
Baby steps, Nick. We'll work there.
Baby steps. Okay. All right. Okay. Like and subscribe. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. We're talking about Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, June 20th and 23rd.
Yep.
And today we're gonna go off script because I got some shit to say. And I figure I want to get it done off the top. Okay. I'm going cringe today. And there was a lot of cringe on both episodes. Why don't you go first? Because I got a bunch of shit to say. So I'm gonna throw it to you first, just so we can get you out of the way.
I mean, I'm now I'm concerned. So we say most cringe or fail of the week, and I had a couple.
There's a bunch.
One of them being Roxanne Perez versus Jade Cargill. I did not like that match. I didn't think it was good. They didn't gel.
Roxanne carried that match. There was some good stuff in there, and it was only because of Roxanne.
I mean,
and she's a rookie.
Rookies. They're both rookies at this point. You know,
she's actually my who to watch. I know I'm spoiling her because of how she handled that match.
Yeah,
she handled that match like a 20-year veteran dealing with somebody that literally just started wrestling today.
I was watching that match. I mean, Jade, what are you doing? Why are you licking her face? That was weird. Right? That was weird. That felt cringy. That was.
She's walking around talking to dolls now, just like Alexa Bliss does.
Yeah,
Did you see that one part too?
Yeah,
I mean, you can just say everything Jade does ever is cringe.
I mean, that has been my running theory for the last 4 weeks. Is that anything Jade does, from what she says to how she wrestles to her wig, is just an epic fail every single time. The other epic fail, cringe moment for me was Michael Cole interviewing Goldberg. That was just awful.
Another shout out for me. It wasn't my cringe, but that's a definite shout out.
First of all, I mean, I'm watching it, and Goldberg, don't get me wrong, looks fantastic for his age, right?
Yeah, for 60 or 58.
But what's his age? Almost 60. He's 58, and Michael Cole's up there as well. They're both coming up to 60, right? And I don't know if their chairs were too small. But they were just sitting there, hunched over, a couple of question marks.
Yeah, it's like they're on kindergarten chairs.
Yeah, it looked awful. I no idea.
I think they're trying to make it seem intimate or whatever. But
yeah, it just made it seem weird, and I was not happy. So I'm going to start off this week with a -1 to Raw.
Gotcha.
Both Raw issues. So
I got another shout out before I get into what I would like to talk about. Kit Wilson versus Aleister Black and R-Truth interviewing. Interfering. Thank you. I'm so mad right now. R-Truth interfering. And is anybody believing the truth thing at this point? It ain't going well. All right. So let's stop there.
It's not.
Right. Okay. So let's get into my most cringe pieces of. The last 25 minutes of SmackDown, the whole thing, and I think we should give it like 4 points off. Ron Killings versus Cena, basically another Ron Killings squash.
Yeah.
Killed the momentum. Done. Storyline done. Nobody cares anymore. It's over. What are you going to do about that? Right? And then, of course, CM Punk comes down to interfere or save Ron, and he gets beat up and put through the thing, so they do this whole pipe bomb thing.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't understand R-Truth serious guy stuff. It's not happening. It's ridiculous. It's cringe. The way they plan a match for R-Truth, he gets no offense, basically gets taken down by Cena for a fool. It's derailed the whole thing. Right? Going to CM Punk. Cena promo now. Famous pipe bomb. Cena says he's the best bullshitter in the world, Punk. He's not the greatest in the world. CM Punk calls... Cena calls CM Punk the potato salad of promos. Calls him Mr. TKO. Go to hell. What are you talking about? You're the worst wrestler on the roster right now other than Jay Cardell. This is insane. And I know his whole thing is I want to destroy wrestling. He's not destroying it. He's just making it worse until he's gone. The promo was overacted again, muggy, stupid. I can't wait till this goddamn year's over. With his Goldberg crap, with his Ron Killings crap, with his Cena crap. Every time I see Cena on the screen, it makes me remember why I hated him in the first place. We have all this nostalgia. Oh, Cena. He's got some good matches. He's got a lot of championship belts. Stone Cold Steve Austin was so good. We needed somebody like Cena that's so mid just to kind of carry us until we can get some actual talent, right? The guy's he's always been mugging. He's always yelling moves out. He's a disaster. I'll tell you right now, John Cena can kiss my ass. I'm sick of it. I'm going to be glad when it's done. He's a piece of garbage wrestler. He always kind of has been, but at least he was mid and had timing and stuff. Now it's just garbage. Every single match is garbage. The best thing he's done since he's been back was a tag team match with Logan Paul, and that wasn't because of John Cena. And also, screw Bill Goldberg. Just at the end here. I'm so sick of retirement runs this year. It can't end any faster.
Alrighty.
We good? Rant over.
I think you've made a point. So I almost agree with everything. But we'll come up to it later on in the show.
Well, I can't wait for Peacemaker season 2.
Peacemaker season 1 was outstanding.
Wait, I may not be done.
I might not be done. Still angry.
I'm still angry.
Yeah, no,
I don't know. I feel like I had something else to say, but anyway.
I agree with the Ron Killings thing. Like, he's still halfway between goofy and serious. Like, he's not fully goofy like we loved him, but he's not fully serious like I was hoping he would go. And yeah, he didn't get enough in on that match with Cena.
He got nothing in.
You're right. I think it's been a little squished. I agree with the Bill Goldberg stuff. I was a big Goldberg fan growing up, but I haven't been for about 15 years. I'm more frustrated that Jey Uso gets pushed to the side. The guy's one of the hottest people on the planet right now. Listen to the crowd reactions to him. It's ridiculous.
Dude, we went from 3 years, maybe 4 years of almost perfect. What do you want to call it?
Like storytelling,
everything,
and wrestling.
It was 3 years of almost perfect with the family, the Cody. Even the year after that was really good up until Cena came in. Cena comes in. Cody Rhodes is pushed aside too. I mean, I know he's probably going to end up fighting him, right? But it's like everybody's pushed aside for the Cena guy, and he's garbage, dude. The best thing, what's that saying? The best thing to come out of Ireland is the road to England. The best thing to come out of this year is the road to John Cena's retirement. And I'm so glad I'll never have to watch that idiot wrestle again. I guess my rant wasn't over.
Next time you shouldn't hold back though. You should tell people how you really feel.
I didn't swear, barely. I said shit or
I
something.
was gonna say you definitely swore.
I mean, I didn't say like, the C word or whatever. Anywho, yeah, we'll talk. We'll get more into it.
All right.
So what are we starting? So we're match of the weeks later.
You're gonna have a -1 for SmackDown.
I think it should be 3 to 4, but go ahead, just put 1 down. That's the rules. Should be -7. It's like the last half hour.
Well, let's get into
Serenity now. Serenity
let's
now.
A little bit more positive. Let's talk about the pop of the week.
Yeah, and all this stuff's gonna lead back to Cena. There was a couple matches where it's like, hey, it's really nice to watch a match where both people know how to wrestle. After that Cardell match, for example, and then the Becky Lynch Bayley match comes up, you're like, wow, two people that actually know how to wrestle. Like they both know how to wrestle. It's not like one's carrying, because that's how all Cena's matches are now. He can't do shit. He gets his ass kicked. He cheats. He wins, and that's great. But even Ric Flair had a few moves in there and knew how to kind of keep the stuff moving where you're disbelief and stuff. It's none of that.
He had Flair. Man.
Flair definitely had Flair. That was a good one. I'll give you a point for that. You're definitely a dad.
I really am. So
Serenity now.
Let's lower the blood pressure a little bit and talk about pop of the week.
Pop of the week. All right, let's go.
Yeah. So
you're wrong. What?
I'm trying to mix it up and not just say CM Punk every time, even though it's probably accurate. But watching SmackDown, Cody Rhodes comes out and that was loud. Mm-hmm. And then Jey Uso comes out, and that was even louder. And when you do things like that back to back, you really notice the difference. Sammy came out, and then Randy came out, and they were pretty rambunctious and singing Randy's theme song. But for me, Jey Uso on SmackDown is going to take the win for Pop of the Week this week for me.
Is your mic scratched on something? There we go. Jey Uso. So funny enough. You're half right, which makes you wrong.
Okay.
Because it wasn't Jey Uso. It was Jimmy Uso saving Fatu. That was the pop of the week.
Okay.
That was huge. Him coming out and seeing a little bit of the family back together, because obviously they're going to be doing stuff. What's Jimmy doing?
Yeah.
He's just kind of waiting in his brother's shadow, which is also in Roman's shadow, which is also in Solo's shadow, which is also in Fatu's shadow, which is also in the Wise Man's shadow. So I think we need to get those guys doing stuff. So it's obviously going to be, Fatu and Jimmy fighting Solo and Edgar or whatever the guy's name is. So in my opinion, what was it? JC Edgar.
JC Mateo.
I'm going to say Jimmy Uso, and good for him because he hasn't seen any love for a while.
All right, that's a good one. All right, so
promo.
Up next is promo of the week. So I'll let you take this one first because it's my turn to say some stuff. So you go ahead and take this.
I'm excited.
You go ahead and take this one first. And
it's a toss up between. You got some words written down. It's a toss up for me between Seth Rollins and Gunter.
Yes.
I thought Gunter. I wish they give him more time. Same with Seth Rollins. Like, they both have an air of importance to them right now, and they're really carrying it well. Like, even Gunter with this stupid Goldberg thing, because Goldberg, he's gonna win, and then Seth is gonna come down and take the thing, and that's probably what's gonna happen.
A lot of people are thinking that.
I
think that's probably gonna happen as well. But
a true wrestler goes out losing, by the way. But that's not what Goldberg is. He's a piece of garbage. So I'm going to give it to Seth, just because it was a longer promo and it was a little bit better. I mean, Gunter just kind of came out and yelled at people. Yeah,
that was him opening up Raw. He was confused,
right?
Because people don't know what they want. They sing a song, they chant for CM Punk, blah blah blah, and that's why he doesn't care what anybody wants.
Keeps calling the briefcase the end game.
Yeah.
I am the past, I am the now, and this is the future. That was a great line.
Yeah.
He had some good stuff in there.
Yeah, okay. So you're really not gonna like this. But my promo of the week was John Cena, and I'll tell you why.
That's why I
I
figured
am
I'd do cringe because I knew your promo of the
I
week was
am
going to be John Cena.
I am
As
you
wrong as
know
wrong can be. I understand.
obviously the biggest Punk fan on the planet, and I've watched his pipe bomb promo way too much, more than any one person should. Um, so picking up the nuances of what was said and how Cena was almost verbatim, right? It
Mm-hmm.
starts off, Punk, as you lay there as uncomfortable as I hope you can be. Exact same line Punk said to him. They
Mm-hmm.
were both laying on a table at the time,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, I know.
Starts
Do
off
I look
with
like? Do I look like an idiot? Oh, you're telling everybody else. Continue.
I don't hate you. In fact, I don't even dislike you. In fact, you're one of the guys I probably respect more in the locker. Again, exact same words. And it was exactly the same until he says, you're better at one thing than me. And instead of kissing ass, which is what Punk said, he said bullshitting.
Yeah.
Right? You're the best bullshitter in the world. And then he does the same thing. Hey, I'm breaking the fourth wall. And Cena saying, hey, truth is that I'm jealous because you've convinced all these people you're the best in the world, but you're not. You're just a loudmouth opportunist who will step on the necks or the backs of people who actually work hard if it gets you ahead. Then he does a little shout out, right? Kind of like when Punk waved to Colt Cabana.
Yeah, he did.
He does his little shout out, but it was very interesting and very telling the way he did it. Because he's like, you're a loudmouth opportunist who will step on the necks of people just to get ahead. Hi, Claudio Castagnoli. Hi, Namath. Hi, Matt Cardona, who, again, is Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler, and Zack Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
3 guys that got in the ring with Cena at the height of their organic, natural popularity without being any, shoved down our throats, and almost never to be seen again afterwards. Right? So that's
another Cena squash.
It was a little tongue-in-cheek Cena, hey, you're gonna, step on the backs of these 3 people that I did this to, and right. So it's just a nasty heel, low-down, dirty move by Cena, right. He also said he's heating up and he's on fire, which are NBA Jam references.
NBA Jam,
yeah. Which I'm gonna be honest with you, I got a kick out of. Tells Punk he regurgitates the same 5 mic moves of doom because everyone makes fun of Cena for having 5 moves of doom.
And also, he has 5 Mike Doom things to Cena.
And then closes it out because Punk went over 2.5 minutes on the USA Network when he did his pipe bomb. Cena says, hey, USA, you can keep your extra 2.5 minutes. I don't need a bomb. Elvis has left the building and looks at Punk. Thanks for letting me rip off your promo to make you look even more foolish. I thought it was great. It was a little hammy at times, but because of the parallels between the pipe bombs and the stuff that he was saying, I thought it was I hate Cena. I hate who he has become. I'm with you. Just get off my TV, okay? But man,
Doesn't it feel like 2008 right now?
I was fully engaged with that. I can't lie. I was absolutely fully engaged and shocked at some of the things that he said. And while it goes against my best in the world, CM Punk, I got to give the nod to John Cena on SmackDown. I did have an honorable mention for Seth Rollins opening up Raw and LA Knight and Paul Heyman.
That was good.
SmackDown, which was really good as well. But I got to give it to I hate to say it, but I got to give it to Cena, and I'm giving it to SmackDown.
So let me tell you why you're wrong. Okay, Cena can't be the guy that's hated. He's always hamming it up. He wants that crowd to cheer for him, just like he mentioned, the weather's changing or whatever he said. The guy can't handle being hated, and he knows it. We all know it. He's waiting to come out with the with all the lights and all that. He doesn't like this whole thing, and he's doing stuff to make the crowd like him. And he knows it. I know it. You don't know it. Yes. Sorry, son of a... All right. That's fine. I can't even deal, but that's fine.
I mean, that's fair.
Move of the week?
Move of the week. Let's talk about move of the week. I have a document I'm always typing into, and I was copying and pasting my notes from the Cena promo into it, and for some reason I lost the entire document. So all my SmackDown stuff is gone. I went back and quickly went through things, but I don't recall
Not a lot
for move of the week on SmackDown. But I think my Raw picks are going to trump it anyways.
Not a lot happened on
because
SmackDown
there were two
move-wise.
very cool moves that I loved during Raw. And it came from the same match. Penta's Mexican Destroyer to Braun Breaker was insane.
It's the best Mexican Destroyer I've ever seen.
Right? It's like he had to take a 200-pound sack of potatoes and do it to it. Like, I mean, it just looked heavy, and he landed heavy. It looked painful as hell. But I think the winner for me is his bronze spear to Penta when he was in midair. That looked fantastic.
To win the match.
Absolutely loved it. And it won the match. So points for Raw from me. I thought that was fantastic. Really,
I got those both down here, as well as Breaker's Frankenstein and his high knee at the top rope.
I almost put his high knee at the top rope as most correct because
Oh, really?
I don't think it was deliberate. I think he was going up for his Frankenstein or his Brakenstein or Bronkenstein or whatever you want to call it, Frankenbreaker or whatever.
But he always does a high knee up there.
No,
I had it as like a ouchie last week, where he goes up and does a high knee.
Okay, it looked like he stumbled to me, but anyway,
he might have fixed it with the high knee, but he's for sure done that top rope pop up high knee thingy.
No, didn't notice. I'm just always waiting for his Frankenstein at the top, but I'll take his spear out of midair to Penta. That was sick. That was great.
So I had all those down, but I'm giving my love to the running RKO that won Randy Orton the match over Sammy Sacrilegious Zayn. Good match. Great RKO as usual, out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I've probably said "Oh my God" to the RKOs more than any other move, and that was another "Oh my God."
Thank you for the reminder. Sorry, I forgot to mention Cody's top rope cutter. He did it last week as well, but man, that looked great on Jey Uso on Monday. But I'm still giving it to Braun.
Oh, never mind. That is my move. No, I'll stick with. Man, that top of the rope cutter was nuts.
Yeah.
His springboard top rope superplex as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm switching. It's the Cody step up. It was better. It was for sure better. That was better. It was an amazing move. That was Raw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nuts. I loved it. Ouchie of the week.
What do you got for us?
I mean, Uso's hip attack in the corner to Cody. Woo.
I was looking at that, and man, if Cody's head was like an inch taller, I think he would have been in the hospital.
He might have killed him. It looked really bad, like in a good way. Braun Breaker rams Penta on the top turnbuckle. He like picks him up and like slams him when they're on the top rope.
Yeah.
Woo! But I think mine's going to when Piper sent on Charlotte Flair when she's in the figure eight.
Oh, that looked painful too.
The running Penton just after the bell rings. Ugh, man, I don't want her landing on me like that. Yeah, that's my ouchie.
So, SmackDown ouchie for you, and I'm gonna take the Raw ouchie of the one of the only ones I have written down was Braun doing the face slam onto Penta, mainly because I was watching it. And I was watching it with the kid, and she's like, "Oh my god!" When it happened, I'm like, "I know, right?" Like,
was that the thing I'm talking about? Was it face or chest? Anyway, it looked nuts.
It was this area here, but yeah, and slammed it off the top of the turnbuckle.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah.
Backstage segment, it's like a close one because I really like the cross Sami Zayn little backstage segment where Sami Zayn punches him in the face. But New Day being told they have to fight for the championship belt, and then as they're walking away, they yell, "You're so bald!"
Yeah, he's like,
I laughed pretty hard at that, and I think I'm gonna give it to that one.
So,
I think that was SmackDown. I don't remember.
No, that was Raw.
And I do have Goldberg interview Bohr as a side note.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if this is. I guess I can't. can't really make a backstage segment a video package.
I'm calling you Ken. I'm saying segment for now on because I even have like there was a brawl in the ring between Rhea Ripley and who was it?
Roxanne.
Really?
No, not Roxanne. Raquel.
Raquel. Like that's a segment in my opinion, and I had that written down as well. That was a cool segment. So let's just segments. That's not a promo essentially.
So what about the CM Punk John Cena video package?
That was a really good video package. I actually have that written down as a segment. Yeah, segment.
So I'm gonna go with that, and that
because we can't nail it down. We're gonna do 10 segments if we nail it down very specific, right? So there's a promo. Everything else is a segment that's not wrestling.
That's fair. Okay, good. Because that it first aired on SmackDown. They re-aired it on Raw with a couple of added bits, but I'm gonna give it to SmackDown because that's when it initially aired. That yin yang, man. WWE knows how to put together a crowd. You know, their hype videos have been second to none for the last 10 years. Easy.
Yeah, they're the best.
They really know what they're doing. So
I always find it surprising, like when you finish a pay-per-view, 2 seconds later, they have like all the clips from every match.
Yeah.
They have a video package 2 seconds after the thing. It's like they put it on while they're editing or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
And they always line it up to the music really well, and as well. That's what gets me. Is how
and it's just right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I actually had that written down as a mention. All right. Biggest surprise for me was Cody winning the Jey Uso. I thought Jey Uso was going to win that match.
Really interesting.
I thought it was Jey. I just thought they're going to kind of push him and make him win in a different way or something. I didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, the money's in RKO versus Cody, right? Yeah. I mean, that's the money. I don't think they fought since he's been back, right?
No, they were mentor and mentee for the longest time. They rode together. They're in tag team together.
No, I wonder what's going to happen with that pay-per-view.
I mean, last I read was they've closed airspace over there for residential or for public flights or whatever.
But are they considered a public flight if like they just want to fly them in?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Do they want to do it? Seems like a bad idea.
It seems like a worrying idea, but I mean they've done tribute to the troops in war zones before, so
that's true.
We'll see.
But it's like the whole roster. It's every star.
So and tribute to the troops was not that.
It wasn't as big, no.
Hey. So I'm picking something similar, but I'm picking the opposite match from SmackDown. My biggest surprise was Sammy losing.
Yeah.
I think I had myself convinced he'd be in the final because it's going to be in Saudi Arabia, right? And given his Syrian background, and the he's a superstar there, right?
But he also might not want to go. Oh, he's going. Never mind.
Well, he's going.
Because they're saying Dom's injured, but
yeah, but he's fighting Karrion Kross. Yeah,
right.
I don't know why they're saying Dom's injured is because he doesn't want to go. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Fine. There. I don't know why he's considered injured, but whatever. But yeah, so for me, I was convinced. I talked myself into thinking maybe he was going to get the Daniel Bryan treatment and get his moment, but I mean,
it won't happen until Cena's gone, dude.
After that, I called Cody winning, and which then in turn, if the stars align like that, the big money match is the rematch between Cody and Cena, which means CM Punk loses at Night of Champions,
for sure,
which devastates me.
For sure, he's going to lose.
I want Punk to have one more run, and I guess now is just not the time, but still,
I think he might get something. I could see him beating Cody, but I think it's Cody Cena at SummerSlam.
You would think so.
Because he has so few things, like appearances left, right? So they got to do these few appearances. They got to take the belt off him, let him go do some filming, then he'll be back for like probably Survivor Series to do a match. And then he'll do his little final run as good guy Cena like he wants to do.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. Quote
of the week. So, I mean, there was a couple that made me kind of chuckle. You're bald, yes, very. The answer, the
that was one of the funniest things I've seen.
But it was a throwaway line, if you caught it, where AJ Styles was being told that Dom got injured, and he said, "What? Did he strain his
Did he
mustache?"
strain his mustache?
And
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant. So I'm giving that one to AJ Styles this week.
I'm gonna add some scars to that 5 head of yours. Tiffy to
Okay.
Jax. That's the quote. I'm gonna add
You're
some
gonna have some scars to that
scars to that
5
5 head of yours.
head of yours.
I mean, people should be saying it's Jay Cardell, really, but that was funny as hell. I thought. It's just like, I mean, I'd say 5 head. I've been calling Trevor a 5 head since the '90s. All right, so are we on match of the week and wrestle of the week now?
And story of the week.
Story of the week, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, mine's just the King of the Ring matches. I mean, what else is going on?
Yeah.
I mean, you could, I guess, the Cena Punk thing maybe, but
I mean, I'm going Cena Punk. So and that's both sides. That's Raw and SmackDown.
So is mine.
Right. So I guess that's one each on that one.
One each. So it's 2 on
one each. Yeah.
So it's nothing.
One each.
They cancel themselves out.
Yeah. But hey, points are points, Nick. Points are points.
All right, points.
Don't be messing with my point system.
To
right?
pay. Are we doing a match first, I assume?
So we got match of the week and we got wrestler of the week.
All right, well, let's do match. Go ahead.
My runner-up for match of the week is Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes. They tore the house down. I thought it was fantastic. And I was leaning heavily towards that until I realized that I've talked about Penta versus Braun Breaker in 3 other parts of this podcast.
Yeah.
I got to give it to them. They had a great match. Some great moves from both sides. So I'm going to go ahead, and give that to Penta versus Braun Breaker on Raw for the win on my side. What about you? What do you got?
I have that as a shout out, but there was a bit just disjointed, the match, I thought, a little bit. I thought there was a couple spots where I don't think either of them knew what they were doing. But it was a good match. They had some of the best moves for sure. My other shout out would definitely be RKO versus Sammy. That was a great match as well.
Yeah.
But the Cody Uso match, that was pretty much a perfect match. It was a really, really good. I really enjoyed that. It's just when you see wrestlers wrestle, it's fun to see wrestlers that know how to wrestle. And those two know how to do it. So Gunter and Penta, I mean, it's the same thing. It's just like, because we've just seen so much shit lately. So you got Cody Rhodes back, and you're like, oh, it's such a breath of fresh air. Cody's the best on the roster, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's just a breath of fresh air actually watching some good wrestling, especially after SmackDown with so much promo. I call the SmackDown was promo mania. I mean, it was all just promos with 3 matches. It was just all talking.
Yeah.
And one of the matches was the Cardell match, wasn't it? Or was that Raw? I don't know. There was a shit match on there at some point. Oh, well, I mean, R-Truth, that was great. And then Aleister Black, that was great, Ruined. I mean, that hip attack we talked about. I really liked that Kimura arm lock by Cody that he got on Jey Uso as he jumped off the top rope. Those all his little step up moves that Cody does. It's just incredible. Bayley versus Becky was another pretty good shout out as well.
You know what we actually forgot, and you kind of mentioned it already, but the standout, who to watch this week.
Because I kind of brought it up. Mine's Roxanne Perez, just because of how she carried that match.
Yeah.
Did you have one?
So you've already spoken about it.
Put the point on.
I did. I just did.
What's yours?
Just did. That's a good question. Because I wasn't sure where to put if it was going to be wrestler of the week or standout. But I'm going with Braun Breaker. I really like what he's been doing lately, even though he is a despicable jockhead, just a giant walking oblong human being. And he's somebody checking for jaundice. He's looking a little orange lately.
He looks like a big
but-
walking thick hot
but-
dog.
Yeah, yes, but
Kind of like
he's-
Randy Orton.
He's a beast.
Mhm.
So here's my who to watch. But let's talk wrestler of the week. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go. I'm a toss up between Cody and Becky.
Okay.
I mean, I thought Becky's match was super amazing. I think her promos have been outstanding lately. We're seeing the best Becky Lynch we've ever seen. Her and that match that she was in was with Bailey was such a good match. Again, nice to see wrestlers that know how to wrestle. But I mean, she did a little promo where she's all paranoid, so she's getting all paranoid and stuff. I really like the mean Becky.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna give it because I give Cody so much love. We gotta give the ladies a little bit of love. So I'm gonna give it to Becky. She's another. You can see the sadness in her eyes, and you see she wants to win. What did I say before? You can see the potato famine in her eyes. You see the sadness of her culture, but she is man. Her promos are bar none amazing. Her matches, she's slick as cat shit on a linoleum floor. I'm gonna give it to Becky. I mean, it's Becky or Cody for me, and they're both Raw, so whatever.
Well, technically Cody. I mean, he did his best.
Oh yeah,
on
technically
Raw,
Cody is.
He's a SmackDown guy. So I'm gonna give that one to Becky. I like that. So I'll just take that from the start again. Where I'm gonna go ahead and give it to a guy that I actually haven't done so before. I know you said he gets a lot of love, but I'm going with Cody Rhodes. I've not given him the rest of the week before, but it is like you said, watching wrestlers wrestle, you don't realize how good he is until he goes away for a bit and comes back and pulls out a match like he did with Jey Uso. That was fantastic, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and give that one to Cody Rhodes on my end, and that's a point for SmackDown.
CM Punk said it best when that one promo against Cena where he was talking about
he's the best we have.
Yeah, you want to beat the best, you beat Cody. He's the best we have, and you use your little tricks and yada yada. But he's right.
He's the best we have. Like he's speaking for everybody. I love that.
He is. Cody's the best.
So I will tally up.
He doesn't look like he should be. Doodle-doo, math time. We're gonna do a little bit of math time. We got some math into the doing and the clicking and the math with the calculator. Math time every day. We math, ones and sevens, math, 2s and 4s. Got it?
Oh wow, yeah. Well, your scores definitely reflect what you thought of Raw and SmackDown for sure.
I'm assuming I got a lot of Raw points.
So I gave Raw a 6. You gave Raw an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I gave SmackDown a 5, and you gave SmackDown a 3.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know if it deserved a 3.
So that's 14 for Raw and 8 for SmackDown combined. So we both picked Raw, and Raw wins overall anyways.
It's the biggest lopside since we started this thing.
I think so, yeah. I mean, there wasn't a lot of wrestling to get behind on SmackDown.
It was all promos, dude. And I mean, SmackDown used to be the wrestling show.
We had one really good match with Orton and Sami Zayn, and the rest of it was almost throwaway.
Why did R-Truth attack Kit Williams? This doesn't make any sense.
I mean, why was Kit Williams even out there? He's not even going to wrestle. Well,
they mentioned the other guy's injured or something. They did mention that or something.
Versus Kit Williams. Like, come on.
Yeah, but those are fun matches.
They can be.
Right? When Ivar started doing singles matches, you're like,
yes.
But then it's nuts. So it could have been fun to watch, at least.
He was doing single matches and getting an entrance and walking out. Kit was just in the ring at the time. And they're like, oh, now he's going to get completely destroyed by Aleister Black.
I think my nail person's here. Because my dogs are going nuts.
Your nail person?
Dog nails. I'm getting a petty and name Annie. All right, like and subscribe. Kayfabe Wrestling Talk. This is where you come to hear how wrestling should be talked about. 3 minutes before 8, Matt. Go to hell. We did it. We did
We did
it!
it!
Boom! Goes the dynamite. See you on the flip side. Flip side. See you on the sunshine flip side. Bye.
Nailed it.